Everybody's well. This is Wednesday afternoon. Good evening to everyone. Good evening, everyone. This is Robert at English 360, and today we're going to be doing some advanced expressions. Actually, I'm planning to do a few expressions which are at different levels, so you can see the difference between how you answer a particular question and how you answer a different question. Today I'm streaming from home because it was raining. What's up with the weather today? Boy, I mean, I came from London to run away from rain, and when I see the rain here, I just get totally paid off. So I hope you had a great day. Drop me a comment if you have something to say about your day. For instance, did you get wet? There's another expression that we use in English for getting wet, which is when you get wet a lot, which is to get drenched. Have you heard of that? That means that you are totally wet, so wet that the word wet has lost its meaning. It's literally water down your face, drenched. Because we have so much rain in England, we have so many words for rain and for getting wet and all that. So you know, you guys are lucky because you have wonderful weather here in Italy. So you don't realize. Sorry about my phone, forgot to turn that off. Okay, so basically I'm going to be doing 5 different questions and how these questions can make a difference in terms of answers. So if you answer number 1, if you answer the question in one way, it gets you a certain amount of marks. It shows a certain level of your language. If you give a different answer, it has a different. So I'm going to show you. I made a list of 5 questions which are very common. So let's go. Yeah, what are we waiting for? Why are we wasting our time? If I can find a way, there we go. There we are. Okay, so we have the first question. Would you like doing at the weekend? So have a look at these 3 questions. Let me just bring this down a little bit. Would you like doing at the weekend? So the first answer is I like going out with friends and doing shopping and also watching TV. Now, that is a typical answer. Then second one is I really enjoy going out with friends, shopping, and especially watching something on the telly. Telly means TV, right? We all know that, don't we? Okay. And then third one is, well, to be honest, spending a few precious moments with my mates is what I relish the most. You've got to recharge your batteries, and after a long week of hustle, all I can think of is a nice bath and an omnibus and a night in. Which one do you think is the lowest, like the most basic English out of these 3, which are all very good answers? Do you think the first one is the basic one, the second one is the basic one, or the third one is the basic one? Drop in a comment if you think first one is the best one, or just write down number 1 and I'll know that you think number 1 is the best one, or say, look, I think number 2 is the best one. Drop in a comment saying number 2, or if you think number 3 is the best one, same thing. So it's not complicated. I'm just gonna pull up the comments here so I know. So far I'm getting no special vibes from you guys. I think this might be okay. You're not sure about it. So obviously, in my opinion, it's obvious. It's number 3, yeah, because it has a bit more naturalness to it. So use the expression to be honest to talk about your own personal opinion. Then we have a sentence starting with a participle clause, which is good. This is a good collocation. Always used collocations in English, which makes it much more fluent and natural. The word relish is to enjoy something, so that's another good word. Recharge your batteries is a good collocation. And long week of hustle. You know what hustle means? Now, in some contexts, hustle can mean well, the first meaning of hustle is to work, like work, hard work, tiring work, and the kind of work which is gonna make you feel dead at the end of the week. So that's hustle. And then you have the hustle, the second meaning, which is to sell drugs, illicit drugs. I mean the first one. I don't mean that you guys are doing drugs, but you know, no, I've got nothing against it, but it's illegal, so just remember. So after a long week of work, after a long week of hustle, all I can think of is an ice bath. This is inversion to emphasize, so this is really important. If you use inversions, you sound very good. It's an ice bath. Omnibus is a series of, you know, episodes of something. And a night in, I forgot to mention that. Night in is when you stay in. Pretty obvious, isn't it? Okay, I'm now totally gone. Number 2. How do your weekdays differ from your weekends? So on the weekdays I work, and at the weekends I rest. So that's a pretty basic answer. And normally I tend to work really hard during the week, but the weekends are for resting. B2 level answers, intermediate, higher intermediate. And the last one, they're chalk and cheese. That means they're totally different. You know, chalk is something you write with on the blackboards. I don't know if you remember your primary school days when the teacher wrote something on the board. It was black and she had a white piece of something in her hand. That was chalk. So chalk and cheese are both white, but you don't eat chalk. You eat cheese. Try eating chalk. I don't think you'll like it. While my weekdays are full of high intensity, okay? At the weekends, I'm in my zone. Yeah, in my zone. That's a very colloquial expression to say that you're in your surroundings, you're in your environment, you can say. Ambiance. Right. Full of high intensity is a good combination of words, and that's pretty much it. That's something you should use as well. Tend to always change the way you say things. You know, don't always say the same thing. God no way. Are there any activities that you would like to do? I'd like to do dancing. It's much fun. This is correct. You can say it's much fun, so it's perfectly fine. Again, it's good level. Second one, of course, I'd like to take up dancing because it's very entertaining. It's good as well. And this is the third one, which is more, let's say, fluent, more natural. This is an interesting question. Dancing has always had a special allure for me. That means attraction, yeah? Let me just highlight that. That means it's always attracted me, you know, like appealed to me. And whenever I've kind of made up my mind, there's always been something. So it's saying whenever I've made up my mind, or kind of made up my mind, make up my mind is obviously make a decision. There's always been something getting in the way. So yeah, you know when something stops you from doing something? Something stops you from doing something, yeah. It's getting in your way. That's why we say, I'll take this off, it's really hot. Okay, bye-bye. So yes, moving to the rhythm could be what I go for. Okay, so this is a good answer. To go for is to choose phrasal verbs. You know, you want to be using phrasal verbs a lot. So let me know if you have trouble. There's another phrasal verb here. Make your mind up. And it's like more like an expression. Yeah. Okay, next one. How much TV do you watch? So a simple answer would be I watch TV a lot, every day. Or I'm afraid a lot, but I use too much more. Here there is a bit of an elision. It means I don't say TV because it's intended. So I can avoid that, and that shows that I'm pretty good. That I can leave out words which are pretty obvious. It's funny that you asked that question. It's once in a blue moon. This is that means very rarely that I watch TV, because this is colloquial, so I left it like cause, not because. I'm so much pushed for time. That means I'm very busy. I think I've done this before, and I can't be bothered This is a very common expression, which means that you can't, you don't feel like doing something because it's too much, it's too difficult. And the last one, do you like listening to music? I like listening to music very much. Just repeats the word in there, right there. You see, that's not good. I don't like that. So, yes, I do a great deal. This is fine, or I couldn't live without it. I couldn't live without. So how many people can't live without music? Kind of most, yeah. It's such a lifesaver. So this is a very common expression in spoken English, such a lifesaver, meaning it, it really helps you out. So what is basically the lesson of these expressions? That always look for expressions, phrasal verbs, and other ways that you can use to answer certain questions. Don't just repeat the words in the question. Don't repeat the concept in the question. Go for a different take. Answer the question from the left, from the right, from top, from the bottom. Say something completely out of, something completely unexpected. If somebody says, do you like music? You can say, it's funny you asked me that question. I went to a concert last night and I really enjoyed the music there. Or somebody asks you, why do you want to become whatever job you want to become? Like if you want to become if you're studying to become a lawyer or a doctor, you can say, and they ask you, why do you want to become a doctor? You can say, it's funny you asked me that question. I'm wondering myself why I want to become a doctor. I really don't know. There you go. There's an answer they didn't expect, and that's good because you're surprising the people. And when you surprise people, it means you're pretty good, because only good people can surprise. Not good people will just simply give the normal answer. Okay, so if you like this video, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, do that now. And if you have any requests, leave them in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. I see you soon. Bye for now. Peace. Oh.